There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone. My name's Sparkz Anthony, Nevada Lieutenant Governor, and I would like to call the GOED board meeting to order May 14th, 2026, 2 p.m. Here in the Nevada State Building in Las Vegas and in the Capitol Building in Carson City. Before we do roll call, I just want to let everyone know that agenda items 4D and 4E have been removed from this agenda. So you can take those off and they will be heard at a later date. So with that, let's do the roll call.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Melanie Sheldon, for the record. Governor Joe Lombardo is unavailable today. Lieutenant Governor Stavros Anthony.
Here.
Secretary of State Francisco Aguilar.
Here.
Thank you. Dr. Weldon Havens.
Here.
Sasha Stevenson was unable to attend today. Mr. Jay Barrett.
Here.
Thank you. Ms. Yolanda King.
Present.
Thank you. Ms. Deborah Jacob was unable to attend today, and Miss Jenny Sutton.
Here.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. We have a quorum. I'll just go through the non-voting members.
Very good.
Miss Chancellor Matt McNair.
Here.
Thank you. Mr. Chris Sewell.
Here.
Dr. Victor Wakefield. Oh, no, sorry. He's unable to attend today. Dr. Christopher Sanchez.
Here.
Mr. Tom Burns.
Right.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you all for attending. Very much appreciated. We have a quorum. We will now go to agenda item 2, which is public comment. This is a time for public comment on any agenda items. You have 3 minutes if you'd like to do public comment on an agenda item. If you do, we'll start here in Las Vegas. Go right ahead, state your name and your comment.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. For the record, Perry Urson with the City of North Las Vegas. Lieutenant Governor Anthony, Director Burns, members of the GOED board. On behalf of the City of North Las Vegas, I'm honored to express our support for the 3 businesses on today's agenda. By establishing new operations, Forge Industries and Edgewood Renewables are making a powerful commitment to our community. Simultaneously, the expansion of Taylor Print and Visual Impressions underscores the long-term viability of our market. Together, these investments will create 100 new high-quality jobs, driving economic opportunity for our residents in the entire region. North Las Vegas is experiencing a period of historic transformational growth, having recently, just this week, celebrated 80 years as a thriving municipality. We are aggressively positioning ourselves for the next 80 years and beyond. I invite each of you to connect with our team and tour the dynamic developments taking place in our city, from the massive industrial and new community footprints at Apex Industrial Park and Tule Springs East, to the vibrant active revitalizations of downtown core, which includes Hilo Park and Gateway. We are evolving at an unprecedented pace. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to Daniel Casey and her team for seeing these applications to get to today's board meeting. Thank you for your consideration of these 3 innovative companies and for your continued partnership in our city's future.
Which companies again?
Forge Industries,
Okay.
Edgewood Renewables, and Taylor Print and Visual Impressions.
Oh, that's down here. Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you for your comments. Any other public comment here in this room? Any public comment up in Carson City?
Does not seem to be, sir.
Any public comment on online or telephone, anything? All right, that will end our first public comment. We'll now go to agenda item 3, which is approval of the February 5th, 2026 board minute meetings. Are there any questions or comments about the February 5th board minute meetings from the board? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve the February 5th, 2026 board meeting?
Havens
So
moves to
moved.
approve.
I
Jay
have
Barrett, second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. The minutes are approved. All right, we'll now go to agenda item 4. We will go, these are abatement applications for board approval. We will go to Agenda item 4A, Edgewood Renewals. This is a sales tax abatement, modified business tax abatement, personal property tax abatement, real property for recycling tax abatement. So I will now turn this over to whoever I should turn this over to.
Clarissa Castillo will be presenting from LVGE.
Very good. And remember, all the presenters state your name before you say anything. Thank you.
My name is Clarissa Castillo. I am the Chief Strategy and Performance Officer for Las Vegas Global Economic Alliance. Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor Anthony, GOED Executive Director Tom Burns, and board members. It is my pleasure to introduce to you today Edgewood Renewables, an advanced manufacturing new operation in the city of North Las Vegas. Southern Nevada's leadership in sustainability and clean energy is further demonstrated by Edgewood Renewables' plans to develop a scaled manufacturing, production, and distribution facility in North Las Vegas, converting low-carbon renewable natural gas into renewable gasoline products. This project will create 60 jobs with an average wage of $40.71 per hour and represents more than $138.7 million in capital investment. The development is projected to generate approximately $5.4 million in two-year fiscal impact and more than $91.4 million in two-year economic impact. With that, I would like to turn this over to Michael and Dan Brown of Edgewood Renewables.
Dan Brown with Edgewood Renewables. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor and members of the board. We are a renewable fuels company that have been focused on developing projects of various renewable fuels from renewable material. And this project is taking renewable natural gas from dairy digesters and also ethanol and converting it into a high octane renewable gasoline. We'll be producing 22 million gallons of this high octane gasoline here in the state of Nevada. And we have a fuel terminal in North Las Vegas, right there next to the other fuel terminals. Kinder Morgan and Pilot Flying J both have a facility there. We can blend with their gasoline and really optimize the value of our high octane product while also lowering the carbon intensity of the fuel. So we're very excited for this project. And as Clarissa mentioned, we'll have 60 full-time jobs operating the facility once it's complete.
Great.
Michael Brown, also Edgewood Renewables. I just wanted to say we are very happy that we have selected Las Vegas as our site. We were recruited very hard to Oregon, New Orleans, and Iowa to open up the renewable fuels manufacturing in these other sites, but looking at everything, especially the friendly business environment and all of the programs available. Based on that, we've been able to select North Las Vegas as the site of our facility.
Thank you.
Well, it's always good to beat those states. Anything else?
Yeah, this is I joined from remote. Sorry, this is Steve Harrington, CEO of Edgewood Renewables.
Hi,
How are you?
good. Go ahead and make your comments.
I would be there in person, but I just had a newborn girl last week, so I'm at home with mom in Washington, D.C. Thank you.
Great.
Just wanted to piggyback on my colleagues and say we're very excited to continue to move forward with the project in North Las Vegas. We've already invested tens of millions of dollars into the site and the property and some assets. And we are, think this will be a great project, not only for the job creation that will happen at the site and we've already actually invested some money into the fuel terminal to date and have leased it out and have begun to re-operationalize the facility and the rail and some of the transloading at the site. But I think this will be a key project for the Nevada Fuel Resiliency Initiative and committee that's been started by Governor Lombardo and the rest of the administration. So looking forward to getting shovels in the ground before November here and commencing on a great project that will be a great win for the state and the community.
Thank you. Before I go to the board, anybody else from the company have any comments? That's it?
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, I will now go to our board, GOED board. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Yes.
A couple of comments and then one question.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Yolanda King for the record. First of all, I want to commend you on your 100% for health plan for your employees. I think that's very commendable. And then the second part of that is also want to commend you on the partnership that you will have with Desert Research Institute as well as UNLV. So those are very reputable organizations to partner with. So I wanted to commend you on that. And then my question is, were you before our board recently or maybe within the past year?
We were before the board in January of 2024. We had purchased this site and property in July of 2023 and slowly began developing the site to get it back operationalized. And so when we came before the board in January 24, we had a slightly different renewable fuels type plan for the site and have over the last 2 years developed it much further and have spent lots of time, money, and effort. And a couple of our team members, we have more folks on the ground in Las Vegas at this point. And ultimately, with the kind of changing of the previous administration to the current administration at the federal level, ultimately we've realized that gasoline is the best product to make for not only the local market, but just in terms of getting the project done and having the most impact.
Thank you.
Yes.
If I may. Thank you. Second, Tom Burns for the record. Could you clarify the fact that to date you have not received any tax abatements from your first meeting and that this just resets the clock going forward, correct?
That's correct.
Great, thank you. Any other, yes, sir.
Chris Sanchez for the record. Just a quick question. Has the reduced refining capacity in California impacted your decision to be here at all?
Yeah, their demand for gasoline, especially for gasoline. We started out with, when we were here last year or 2 years ago, to make jet fuel. And it was going to be sold mostly in LAX and here to foreign airlines. But the foreign airlines, for a lot of reasons, have decided they won't be purchasing sustainable aviation fuel in the United States. So it was a shock to us, but we were able to pivot and we can use all of the equipment, the terminal, the rail, everything we had done to make gasoline instead of jet fuel. And so and then simultaneous with that, California has announced the closure of 2 of theirs. And so we've been getting a lot of demand even though we'll be selling some of it locally, we'll be also shipping some of the gasoline into the California market. But that's a great question.
If I may follow up, what's the percentage that will be shipped to California?
We're just projecting probably 50%, but
It'll depend on the market at the time. This is Dan Brown. But to your point, the reduced refinery capacity in California also has an impact on the fuel prices here and the fuel availability here in Southern Nevada. And so even if a lot of the gallons don't go to California, it's still responding to the issue, but helping by producing fuel locally here in Southern Nevada.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, Davis for the record. When will you be fully online producing at your maximum?
Expecting Q3 of 2028.
Any other questions or comments from board members? All right, do I have a motion?
Yolanda King, I'll move for approval.
Cisco second.
Okay. Your motion was to approve?
Yes.
We said, okay. All right, I have a motion for approval in a second. Any questions on the motion from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Congratulations. Welcome to the great state of Nevada.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're gonna lower all our gas prices, right?
Right.
You want to answer them? Meeting's over. He's
Yeah.
You gotta run, Bruce.
That was really what I was asking.
Okay, agenda item, 4B. This is Forge Industries, a sales tax abatement, modified business tax abatement, personal property tax abatement, real property for recycling tax abatement, and the LVGEA is going to kick this off. Go right ahead.
Clarissa Castillo for LVGEA. It is my pleasure to introduce Forge Industries, an advanced manufacturing operation here in City of North Las Vegas. Forge Industries is establishing a new manufacturing facility focused on converting non-recyclable waste into alternative fuels, supporting a circular economy and reducing landfill reliance. The project will create 16 jobs with an average wage of $47.50 per hour and includes more than $18.3 million in capital investment. This project is expected to generate approximately $1.26 million in 2-year fiscal impact and more than $21.8 million in 2-year economic impact, while advancing the region's environmental and sustainability goals, and is the result of consistent work between the City of North Las Vegas Economic Development Team and Forge Industries over several years. My pleasure to introduce to you Chelsea Boyle, CEO of Forge Industries.
Thank you, Clarissa. Hello, Lieutenant Governor, everyone, executives of the board. Thank you for having us. As Clarissa indicated, Forge Industries is a technology that is designed to produce alternative fuels that close the loop between pollution, heavy pollution and waste crisis, and then heavy industry emissions abatement. Effectively, we take in hard to recycle or non-recoverable material streams and transform them into highly sustainable and scalable alternative fuels for use in heavy industry, cement, lime, steel, and the like. Our fuels are 80% cleaner than conventional fuel in terms of coal, 50% cheaper, and about 130% the heat value of coal. So it's a highly circular process, and we've found that over the past several years of canvassing the U.S. and in a global outreach as well, that Nevada is uniquely suited for this type of circular economy. And in terms of why Nevada, Clarissa touched on this as well, but we have from a strategic perspective in our business, Nevada and specifically North Las Vegas represents a unique opportunity of the layered built environment, logistics, trucking, ample supply, readily available and specialized work streams and talent pipelines, but it also allows us to distribute and unlock the West Coast as well. But the real decision factor for us, or the determining factor for us, has been the past several years' relationship with LVGEA and GOED teams. They have enthusiastically welcomed Forge, partnered with us, and helped us bring this vision to date. So we are very excited to bring this project to Nevada. It is our flagship inaugural location, and it will be the home base of our operations across the U.S.
Thanks for your comments. Anybody else from your team want to say anything?
Caleb McWaters, Chief Operations Officer with Forge. I just wanted to mention that this is a first of a kind facility. We're excited to bring a new technology, an innovative technology, to North Las Vegas. Once it's complete, it is going to be a full circular solution. So what you put in your recycle bin will end up being used in one way or another. And it's going to be the first of its kind in the U.S. So we're excited to bring it to Las Vegas. It's an exciting technology.
Anybody else?
Just us.
Okay, great. Okay, the board members, any questions or comments from the board?
Governor, Jay Barrett.
Yes.
Thank you for your presentation. The question I have would be interested in your timeline. When do you start and when do you hire up and when are you producing?
Yep. Chelsea Boyle for the record again. Great question. So we move fairly quickly. This is our first site, so it will take us approximately 12 months to build, but our equipment is modular, and so it's much faster when you add on after that. We will start breaking ground this fall, and we will be shipping product by Q3 of 2027. We'll start bringing on workforce and talent and field ops just about this time next year, once the full system is integrated and we start commissioning and smoke testing.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Lieutenant Governor.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Tom Burns for the record. Can you comment on any agreements that you have for feedstock for your operation?
Yes, so we have a series of what we're hoping to keep the local distribution of supplies. So actually achieving the goals of supply agreements within and around the city of North Las Vegas, or in general, the southwestern area. Our priority will be the long tenured relationship that we have developed over the past few years with Republic. But there are multiple waste streams that we pull in and can accept. So we will pull material from a variety of the southwestern states to advance our fuel quality.
Any other question or comments from the board? Seeing none, do I have a motion?
Cisco motion to approve.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Jay Barrett, seconds.
Okay, I have 2 seconds.
Ladies
You learn-
first.
Why, thank you, sir.
All right, any questions or comments on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Welcome to Nevada.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
All right, we will now go to agenda item 4C. Redapt. This is a sales tax abatement, modified business tax abatement, personal property tax abatement. And go right ahead.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor Anthony, GOED Executive Director Tom Burns, and the rest of the GOED board members. My name is Emma Kesserich. I'm Vice President of Business Development at LBGEA. It's my pleasure to introduce Redapt Technologies. They are a technology company actually relocating their headquarters from Woodinville, Washington. So they've announced the relocation of their global headquarters to the city of Henderson, alongside the launch of a new integration facility focused on AI-ready infrastructure. The project is expected to generate 75 new jobs, with an average wage of $76.59 per hour, and includes a $3.76 million capital investment. The relocation is projected to deliver approximately $1.77 million in the 2-year fiscal impact and more than $87.1 million in 2-year economic impact, positioning Southern Nevada at the forefront of artificial intelligence and data center innovation. It's my pleasure to introduce Rick and Brent from Redapt.
For the record, Brent Malmstrom, CFO, COO of Redapt. To my left is Rick Cantu, CEO and co-founder. And in the audience as well, we've got his brother David Cantu, who's also a co-founder, and Matt Huff, who is the president of the company. First, we'd like to say thank you for having us. It's very refreshing to be in an environment that wants to be business friendly. So we're very excited about the opportunity. I think the investments that we're going to make in the local economy and the infrastructure, as well as the employees, the wages that we're committed to and bringing, we're very excited. To go beyond the numbers, I thought it would be helpful to expand on who we are and what we represent. And so all 4 of us that are here are heavily involved in the community that we are in. I live in Lexington, Kentucky, commute back and forth to the West Coast. Rick and David and Matt all serve on boards. I serve on boards. Whether we sit on boards that are supporting the local education institutional environment, University of Washington, Seattle University, we recruit heavily from the universities. We're looking forward to doing the same here because we believe in the communities that we service and live in. We currently are heavily sponsored in youth sports in the Seattle area. So right now, on any given weekend, you'll see 1,500 kids wearing our Redapt branded jerseys because we are the primary sponsor of the league. And we intend to facilitate and get as involved in the local market here as we've been in Seattle. So with that, we're a 30-year-old company. We're privately held. We're not backed, but we're in a very interesting space. Our space is technology. We're advancing technology at the pace that technology advances, which is every day it's something new. We are privately held, which is very unique in our space. And so Rick and David are the co-founders, owner-operators, and we have an investment group that is from employees as well. But as I said, we are very excited to participate in a local economy and a business environment that actually supports business.
Well, thank you for your comments. Anybody else from your team want to say anything?
For the record, Rick Cantu, CEO, co-founder. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor and members of the board for seeing us today. I moved here in 2022 and fell in love with this area and looking forward to hopefully bringing our business down here too.
And if I can go back on the record, Brent Malmstrom again, we have been heavily solicited and recruited to other states, Texas, Florida, Arizona, but we made the decision to come here.
Very good. Anyone else? You're all good? Okay. All right. Thank you for that presentation. Any questions or comments from the board? Yes.
Jenny Sarden. The question I have is, have you identified a site location for this?
We have issued an LOI. We are working through the negotiations.
Okay.
So I anticipate within a week, we'll have the negotiations finalized, and we are working with Nevada Power for our power needs. And if everything goes as planned, we would take occupancy in January and begin the conversion down.
It's an existing building?
It's a new build.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any other questions or comments from the board?
Lieutenant Governor Jay Barrett.
Yes.
I'm curious for understanding, are you moving out of Washington?
We will maintain a presence in Washington, but our global worldwide headquarters will be here. We will do all of our global integration and deployments from here. We will keep a handful of engineers in Washington.
And you made mention of your reference to working closely with the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Have you had the opportunity to start that introduction?
We have introductions have been made within the last couple of weeks. We are facilitating those discussions.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor.
Yep. Any other questions from the board, comments? Okay, do I have a motion?
Yolanda King, I will move for approval.
All right, we have a motion and a second. We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Welcome to Nevada. Glad to have you. Headquarters. I like headquarters. LVGEA, 3 home runs. Good job. Very good. All right, we'll now go on to agenda items 4F. This is the Valeo North America sales tax abatement, modified business tax abatement for personal property tax abatement. And I think somebody from up north is doing this. Is that correct? And then NDA. Hello?
Good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Now I can.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of the State, board members. For the record, my name is Tatiana Vukovic. I'm Deputy Director of Northern Nevada Development Authority. I would like to thank you for considering the abatement applications for Valeo North America Inc. The company plans to expand its existing operation in Story County, creating more than 170 jobs across a range of experience and skill levels, while investing nearly $14.8 million into the county and the state. The company is seeking reduced standard tax abatement package to support its expansion, including sales and use tax abatement, modified business tax abatement, and personal property tax abatement. The NNDA fully supports this application and respectfully request the board approval. Joining me today is Rafael Pavelski, Site General Manager, who will provide additional details about the company. Also joining us online is Victoria Crandall, National Tax Manager. Both will be able to answer any questions that board might have. Thank you again.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of State, board members. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present my company and present the abatement application. I'm really honored about that. My name is Rafał Pawelski. I'm serving as a plant manager in Valeo. Victoria Crandall is with us. She's a tax manager. connected to Teams. Valeo is a company which is present, has been present in industrial landscape for 10 years already in Nevada. We started in Gigafactory. We served for one customer, but in 2024 we did a major shift in our strategy. We became autonomous, and right now we are looking cooperation with the customers outside of the state and in many industries. In the same year, in 2024, 2 years ago, we started a new site here in Story County in Sparkz. The site is very big, 272,000 square feet. It can and will allow us to quadruple current capacity of production. Between 2024 and 2025, we did substantial investments to the site. We did a complete reconstruction of the site, and we purchased a lot of machineries. Between 2026 and 2027, we would like to do another substantial investment into the machines and into the building. What we do, we are specialized in production of aluminum exchangers, which are a critical part, for example, pull the batteries in the car applications or to the energy storage systems. Those are our legacy products. But right now we are expanding into a very rapidly growing market, which is data centers and server cooling systems. We are able to deliver right now the products which will cool systems, modules, entire applications on that business. In October this year, we'll celebrate 10 years anniversary. In 2021, there are 5 years, we had 150, 160 employees. Right now we have 250, and we are significantly growing each month. Although our processes are very specific and very complex, we are cooperating very closely with local academic and research centers. The main partnership that we have, this is with UNR. We are opening with them many projects. Recently, we opened the project to reuse the subcomponents in our process, which will significantly reduce the waste and improve our sustainability. But from the company perspective, UNR is not only a research contractor for us. They are we are connected with them because of the internship programs that we are opening very frequently. We recruit many students that were part of this internship programs. Many of them, they are major contributors in our organization till now. As much as I'm stressed right now, staying in front of all of you and presenting today, as much as I'm happy because one of my colleagues today just received a PhD diploma from UNR today between 8 and 9, and I will just see him after this presentation. I'm very proud about that. During the 10 years that we were here in Nevada, we were focusing very strongly on development of people. We allowed or we animated many of our employees to get bachelor's degrees, master degrees. We have 2 PhD students with the diplomas, 2 worldwide experts, worldwide exposed, and pre-experts as well. We are very focused on that. We have a special program that is allowing and animating our team members to do a further education after joining Valeo. We are paying each of our team members up to $10,000 per year to continue studies and to get higher education. We are also very focused on community. We are giving to our employees 3 hours each semester to work as volunteers We are working with girls and boys clubs. We are working with women shelters. We are working with Food Bank of Northern Nevada. Those are our standard programs, and everybody is very happy to participate and to support our activities. Thank you very much one more time for giving me this opportunity. Last but not least, but I really wanted to say thank you to GOED and NNDA for helping us through this process, because without those organizations, definitely it would be much more difficult. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else from your team want to make a comment, or you're good? Okay, I'll take that as a good. So I'll turn it over to the board. Any questions or comments from the board? Yes.
Lieutenant Governor, thank you. Yeah, just a clarification on the
Say your name.
location. Oh, sorry, Jenny Sarton for the record. Clarification on location, because I noticed in one document it says Story County, but in another it says Douglas County. So can we get some clarification as to where this is going to be located?
Yes, we are located in Story County.
Okay.
Great. Any other questions or comments from the board?
Lieutenant Governor, this is Chris Sewell.
Yes.
Sir, I love that you're working with our higher education, University of Nevada, Reno, and encouraging all of your employees to continue their education. Have you been, for your entry-level employees, have you been working with the state's employee NV hub? And I think we just opened up one in Fernley, but have you guys been working with them on bringing in entry-level employees?
Yes, our HR department is working with employee NV. We are getting a lot of knowledge from them. Without them, most probably it will be much more difficult. We are working with many companies, a private one as well, but it's and employee NV is a good source for us for all the rules.
And then just a comment that we also can help train your employees and pay for training and actually higher education. So please reach out to them and make sure that you take advantage of that.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for your comment. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor.
Great. Thank you for doing that. Any other board questions or comments? Seeing none, is there a motion?
Motion to approve, Cisco.
I have a motion to have a second.
Haven, second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments on the motion? Seeing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Welcome to the great state of Nevada. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll now go to agenda item 5, which are 5 abatements that have been approved by Director Burns. I'll turn this over to you.
Thank you. Thank Governor. Tom Burns for the record. There are 5 abatement applications that are here for that have had director approval pursuant to Senate Bill 181. GOED's executive director can approve partial tax abatements with projected value up to $500,000. And therefore I've approved abatements for sales tax, modified business tax, and personal property tax for AVK, Estomer Technologies, Nuance Medical, Taurus Fabrication, Taylor Print and Visual Impressions, as well as Tech 4 PVA LLC. As we move on to agenda number 5A, we look forward to hearing from AVK Estomer Technologies. Now for a few words from Tatiana from NNDA.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of the State, and board members. For the record, my name is Tatiana Vukovic, and I serve as Deputy Director with Northern Nevada Development Authority. Again, we are very grateful for your considerations of another tax abatement application. this time for AVK Elastomer. AVK Elastomer is a subsidiary of AVK Gummy, headquartered in Denmark, and is currently constructing a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility in Minden, Douglas County. AVK Elastomer is a part of the broader AVK family of companies, and we are proud to now have few of AVK family operations located in Minden. The company is seeking standard tax abatement package to support their operation, including sales and use tax abatement, modified business tax abatement, and personal property tax abatement. NNDA fully supports this application and respectfully requests the director's approval. Joining me today is Chris Vasilevich, Supply Chain Production Manager, who will provide additional details about the company and answer any questions the board might have. Thank you for your consideration, and I apologize because I'm sure I did not pronounce the last name correctly.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of State, and board members. For the record, my name is Krzysztof Bazylewicz, and I represent AVK Elastomer Technology, where I serve as a supply chain and production manager. As a company, we develop, manufacture, and sell rubber solutions with the high demand on quality and know-how. Drinking water sector, food industry, healthcare, and chemical industries are our primary segments, and we are among the world's leaders. We are establishing our operations in Minden, in Douglas County, for production rubber items to supply American AVK, which is our sister company here in the area, with the parts for their valve and fire hydrants program. The other thing is that we would like to also cover the demand of the rubber parts for the previously mentioned segments. We are delighted not only with the fact that we will have opportunity to run our business in such a beautiful area, but also that we could contribute to the development of the valley and also create new jobs. We would like to thank you for considering our abatement application, and of course we are looking forward for starting our operations here in Nevada. Thank you.
Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, welcome to Nevada. Next.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Lieutenant Governor Tom Burns, for the record. Next, we'll be hearing from Nuance Medical. That will be presented by Emma Kesselrich.
Good afternoon again. Emma Kesselrich for the record from LBGEA. It's my pleasure to present Nuance Medical, represented by Brian Sill, CFO. Among the announcements, Nuance Medical is expanding its footprint with a new 25,000 square foot headquarters and distribution facility in Clark County, consolidating operations from Nevada and California. The expansion will support the company's continued growth in the medical product innovation field and is expected to create 25 new jobs over the next 2 years, with an average wage of $37.50 per hour. The project includes a $589,000 capital investment and is projected to generate approximately $458,527 and 2-year fiscal impact and more than $19.2 million in 2-year economic impact. Again, my pleasure to introduce Brian Sill from the company.
Welcome.
Thank you. For the record, Brian Sill, CFO of Nuance Medical. Thank you, Emma, for your support and introduction. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, Mr. Secretary, Director Burns, and the rest of the board for the great opportunity to be here to present our application today. By way of background, just to give you a little understanding of how this company came to be, Nuance was founded in 2013 in Carlsbad, California, around a line of cryotherapy and topical anesthetic medical devices used in minor medical procedures. In 2021, the founders sold the company to a group of investors who were looking to acquire niche medical device businesses and combine them together. The following year, Nuance acquired Biodermis, a Henderson-based company that makes industry-leading scar treatment products, giving us our first operations in the state of Nevada. We added 2 more businesses in 2024, further expanding both product lines and driving substantial growth to our business.
That growth is exactly why I'm here today. We've outgrown each of our existing facilities, and last year we began evaluating where we will consolidate our headquarters and our distribution operations. We looked at our current locations in Nevada and California, briefly looked at new markets as well, but quickly determined that Southern Nevada was the logical choice. The 25 new or relocated positions Emma mentioned will range from hourly warehouse and production roles to senior leadership positions. We're choosing Nevada because of the business climate this board and this state have worked hard to build, because of the strong workforce that we've already successfully drawn from in our biodermis business, and because Clark County's position as a Western US logistics hub fits perfectly into our distribution strategy. The abatements we're requesting will meaningfully support this expansion, and we appreciate the board's support. Happy to take any questions at this time.
Thank you for the comments. Any questions or comments from the board? All right, welcome to Nevada. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Moving on to Taurus Fabrication, which will be again introduced by, important Tatiana, I can't pronounce your last name, so.
That's okay,
Welcome back.
Director Burns. Thank you. Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of the State, and board members. Again, for the record, my name is Tatiana Vukovic. I'm Deputy Director for Northern Nevada Development Authority. I would like to present for your consideration another tax abatement application. This time it's for Taurus Fabrication. The company is currently establishing a manufacturing facility in Carson City. Taurus Fabrication is headquartered in Grass Valley, California, and the company was founded by Bo Hoskins, CEO, hands-on engineer and entrepreneur who is here with us today to provide additional details about the company and answer any questions that board might have. The company is seeking standard tax abatement, sales and use tax abatement, modified business tax abatement, and personal property tax abatement. NNDA fully supports this application and respectfully request the director's approval. Thank you again for your consideration.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of State, and board members. For the record, my name is Bo Hoskins, CEO and founder of Taurus Fabrication. We are an engineering and metal fabrication company focusing heavily in the automation sector. We support large-scale manufacturing for other companies, build a lot of robotic equipment, engineer a lot of conveyance and products to help our customers manufacture their products. Been in the industry for 23 years, have been shipping a lot of products to Nevada over the last 10 years, and been dreaming of the opportunity to come to Nevada and establish some roots here. A couple months ago, we were able to secure a building and start planning our expansion. We have 35 employees in California, and we're expanding here and plan on growing a lot, as much as we can, and keeping up with the industry, which right now is at a huge growth spurt. So we will. We've already started investing in equipment and plan on investing a lot more. And that's where these tax abatements would really help us in that growth. I believe heavily in working with the local communities, starting at the high school level and through the college level for recruiting and development of employees. I've had a lot of great experience working with, in California, there's the FFA program that and a lot of CTE stuff, a lot of hands-on stuff for youth. And I believe heavily in that. And I've already made connections with some of the local high schools here in the area, as well as starting to make connections at the universities. We've already connected with the employee NV and plan on working with them. Right now, it's just really busy, so kind of doing one thing at a time to get things going. Our experience with the NNDA and the GOED has been phenomenal. Throughout this process, I've been stretched really thin, and they've been a great help and really pulled me along to get to this point. So I really appreciate their help, and I appreciate everybody's time today and consideration for this tax abatement.
Thank you for your comments. Any questions or comments from the board? All right, welcome to Nevada. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Governor, next we'll be hearing from Taylor Print and Visual Impressions being presented by LVGEA's Emma Kasserich.
And again, Emma Kasserich for the record. It's my pleasure to introduce Taylor Print and Visual Impressions, Inc. We have Kevin Cassis and Kevin Moore. That's not confusing at all for me. The company is Taylor Print and Visual Impressions, Inc., a subsidiary of Taylor Corporation. They are also expanding their North Las Vegas operations with significant investment in advanced printing, automation, and manufacturing technologies. The project will create 25 new jobs with an average wage of $27.50 per hour and includes more than $5 million in capital investment. The expansion is expected to generate approximately $781,233 in 2-year fiscal impact and more than $8 million in 2-year economic impact, further strengthening Southern Nevada's advanced manufacturing ecosystem. Again, my pleasure to introduce Kevin and Kevin.
For the record, Kevin Cassis, I'm General Manager of the Taylor Las Vegas facility. And while not nearly as exciting and high tech as everyone before me, printing, we're part of a 1,500-year-old industry, but continuing to grow and expand our services. We are, Taylor is committed to the facility here in Nevada that we have relocated recently a facility out of Oregon into our facility here in North Las Vegas. So we are going to be and actually have started hiring and recently added 20 new employees, helping to displace some workers from local competitors that recently closed down here. So looking to double our revenue over the next 2 years and excited to be a part of this community. Taylor as a corporation has committed to this location being its West Coast hub for operations. So they continue to invest in equipment and personnel to grow our offering here. We're part of a over $2 billion organization, privately held family company that is committed to reinvesting in our business and to this location.
You want to say anything, sir?
Yeah, for the record, Kevin Moore, I'm from Taylor Corporation, the parent company of Taylor Print and Visual Impressions. And to Kevin's point, there have been massive infusions of equipment and a lot of personnel has been hired as well. And we really appreciate this has been a smooth and seamless application process, thanks to the help of Emma from the LVGEA and from Melanie Sheldon with the Governor's Office of Economic Development. It's been a tremendous experience. And personally, it's been about the first expansion I've been a part of in about 10 years. So comparing, the last expansion that was with a facility of ours in Jeffersonville, Indiana, to this expansion has been night and day. It's been very smooth and we look forward to doing business here. So thank you for the opportunity, Lieutenant Governor and members of the board.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? Well, thank you for being great Nevada business. Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Lieutenant Governor, Tom Burns for the record. We're now going to hear from Tech Care PBA, and back to address this is Tatiana Vukanovich from NNDA.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of the State, and the board members. For the record, my name is Tatiana Vukovic, and I serve as the Deputy Director of Northern Nevada Development Authority. I would like to present for your consideration another tax abatement applications for TechCore PVA LLC. The company is currently establishing manufacturing facilities in Douglas County. TechCore PVA plans to manufacture and further develop its advanced PVA foam roller technology used in semiconductor industry. The company's specialized manufacturing operation with a significant research and development component supporting innovation within the semiconductor industry. To assist with their project, company is seeking standard tax abatement, including sales and use tax abatement, modified business tax abatement, and personal property tax abatement. Joining me today is Ken Pruitt, accountant for TechCore PVA, who will provide additional information about the company and answer any questions that board might have. The NNDA fully support this application and respectfully request approval. Thank you for your consideration.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of State, and board members. For the record, my name is Ken Pruitt, and I serve as the controller of TechCore PVA LLC. TechCore PVA is a manufacturing company that produces a revolutionary PVA, which stands for polyvinyl alcohol roller brush, to clean wafers for the semiconductor industry. Our patented design reduces DI water and chemical uses by nearly 50%, saving the big chip makers tens of millions of gallons of water per year. Our brush leads to better cleaning of the wafer and better purging of nodule contaminants. We expect to dominate the PVA brush market and establish a long-term presence in Nevada with plans of expansion as we gain market share. We are moving our operation from California due to the much better business environment here in Nevada, as well as the tax savings and the tax abatement package. We are establishing operations in Minden and Douglas, California. We are establishing operations in Minden and Douglas County, and our plans are within 9 months to have 50 to 60 Nevada resident employees once we're at full capacity. We will be producing tens of thousands of brushes per month and shipping them all over the US and the world. Again, as others have said, Tatiana has been an invaluable resource for us and instrumental in getting our application together. We plan on seeking her advice in the future and to use all available hiring resources as we grow. And I would like to thank you for considering our tax abatement application and look forward to starting our operations.
Thank you for your presentation. Appreciate it. Any questions or comments from the board? Very good. Welcome to the great state of Nevada.
Thank you very much.
Hold on.
All right, we will now move on to agenda item 6, workforce innovations for a wind fund program application for board approval.
Thank you. I trust that my team on the screen and up north are ready to go. So yeah, there's my partner. Here we go. Lieutenant Governor Anthony and members of the GOED board. I am Elaine Silverstone, for the record, Director of Workforce Development at GOED. Delighted to be with you today, representing yet another strategic workforce innovations for a new Nevada application that is well aligned to our state plan for your consideration and approval. It is an exciting time to be in Nevada. Just this past month, headlines across the state confirmed that Nevada once again ranks #1 in the nation for job growth, adding jobs at the fastest rate in the country. This sustained expansion, which saw our state add over 30,000 jobs in a single year, is a testament to the tireless efforts of our state partner agencies in education and economic and workforce development, and this very board at GOED, whose deliberate coordination has built the most resilient labor market in our state's history. Today, we have the opportunity to build on this momentum. I am pleased to introduce the Workforce Innovations for a New Nevada WIN application from Truckee Meadows Community College, TMCC, for the expansion of their heavy equipment and diesel technician workforce capacity expansion program. The long one. This proposal is a proactive solution to a critical workforce gap that exists within our state's primary economic sectors. TMCC's industry-led application, presented to you in section 6A of your materials, presents a data-driven picture that Nevada's equipment-intensive industries, mining, logistics, and construction, for example,
are projected to see job growth far exceeding national averages through 2032. For example, mobile heavy equipment mechanics in Nevada are projected to grow by 24% compared to just 6% nationally. And industrial machinery mechanics are expected to grow by 32% in our state, doubling the national growth rate. These statistics from an open source tool we rely on for our applications, ONET Online. Despite these strong predictions, a significant workforce gap remains. Nevada currently faces a deficit of approximately 407 trainees per year to meet the demands of roughly 490 annual job openings in these sectors, again from ONET Online. This TMCC expansion, developed in close partnership with industry leaders like McCandless Truck Center, Empire Cat Southwest, and Core Rochester, is specifically designed to bridge that gap by increasing instructional capacity and removing operational barriers. These are high quality, high wage careers that provide Nevadans with wages ranging from $20 to $64 per hour, strengthening the economic backbone of both Northern and Southern Nevada. I thank the GOED board for your thoughtful consideration of this WIN application for the requested amount. You're gonna love this one, $636,636.55.
Couldn't have made it 36 cents.
We play roulette. This investment represents a strategic commitment to industry-led workforce development that will ensure Nevada remains a national leader in job creation and economic prosperity for years to come. Remarks now from my colleague from the Nevada System of Higher Education, Dr. Natalie Brown.
Welcome.
Elaine, and good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor Anthony, Secretary Aguilar, members of the GOED board. For the record, my name is Natalie Brown, Assistant Vice Chancellor for Workforce Development and Community Colleges with the Nevada System of Higher Education. I know I often mention how critical this support is to our colleges and how valued this partnership is, but it cannot be overstated. The WIN Fund continues to play a critical role in helping our community colleges rapidly respond to industry demand while building long-term workforce capacity in Nevada's priority sectors. Today, I'm here also in support of Truckee Meadows Community College's proposal for the Heavy Equipment and Diesel Technician Workforce Capacity Expansion Project. This proposal directly aligns with the GOED state plan and supports Nevada's natural resources technologies, transportation, logistics sectors through the expansion of workforce training capacity in diesel technology and heavy equipment maintenance. This proposal is a strategic investment in removing training bottlenecks that currently limit workforce production in one of Nevada's critical technical fields. TMCC's proposal includes updated industry standard training modules, advanced hydraulic and diagnostic systems, additional tooling and infrastructure upgrades that will allow the college to expand hands-on learning opportunities and better mirror modern industry environments. The demand for these occupations is significant and continues to grow across Nevada. Labor market projections, including the proposal, show strong growth in diesel heavy equipment technician occupations statewide, particularly in mining, logistics, transportation infrastructure, and industrial operations. And importantly, this proposal is strongly supported by industry partners who continue to face shortages of skilled technicians. What makes this proposal especially impactful is that it supports both immediate workforce needs and long-term career mobility. These are highly technical, equipment-dependent occupations that require specialized training before individuals can enter the workforce safely and effectively. At the same time, these programs create pathways into advanced technical careers that support Nevada's mining, transportation, logistics, and industrial sectors for years to come. Thank you for your continued consideration and your continued investment in Nevada's workforce and economic future. Representatives from Truckee Meadows Community College and Empire Southwest are here and available to answer any questions regarding the proposal.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? This is an action item. Yes, sir.
I want to know what is it going to cost the
Your name?
student to complete the program?
What, your name, please?
Your name.
Introduce yourself. Oh, John Havens. Yeah.
Thank you.
Weldon Havens.
Elaine Silverstone, may I ask you to repeat the question?
Yes. What's the cost to a student to complete the program?
Thank you. I know that we have TMCC on the call right beside Natalie. up there, so I'm going to defer that question to the experts for that one.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of State, and members of the board. My name is Jeffrey Alexander, President of Truckee Meadows Community College, for the record. Pleased to answer that question. Most of the programs at Truckee Meadows Community College that pursue an associate degree run roughly $2,000 in the cost of registration fees, plus associated materials, tools, books, and other learning materials. In the case of diesel technology, we also offer certificate programs, so the cost of the student is considerably less in many cases. Sometimes a program can be completed in 1 or 2 semesters at a fraction of the cost. And of course, TMCC is able, we're very fortunate to be able to say, to provide scholarship dollars to roughly 1/3 of the students who are eligible through the endowments and the annual scholarships and the generous donations that we receive from partners and community members. Those dollars can help a student to receive perhaps $1,000 or $1,200 in a semester or per academic year, fall and spring, and that helps them to persist and complete their programs. Very often, these are the dollars that make the difference between them being able to persist in a program or not.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments from the board? Do I have a motion?
So moved, Cisco.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Have a second for agenda item 6. Any questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Congratulations, good luck, and look forward to some good paying jobs here in Nevada. Thank you. Thank you, TMCC. Appreciate it. All
Thank you
right,
very much.
agenda item 7, director's update.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Tom Burns for the record. In March, GOED and the Division of Minerals traveled to Washington, D.C. to meet with the federal agencies on the importance of critical minerals. Discussions highlighted Nevada's central role and explored potential fund investment opportunities. Conversations are ongoing. Nevada's Lithium Loop ranked number 5 for innovative economic development this year by Fast Company, recognizing the state for building a full battery supply chain. GOED's Melanie Sheldon graduated from the Oklahoma University Economic Development Institute. This qualifies her to sit for the Certified Economic Developer exam and to pursue her accreditation as a CECD member. On April 22nd, the governor's office and Dieter announced that Nevada ranked first in the U.S. in job growth. From January of 2025 to 26, the state posted a 1.6 growth rate, outpacing South Carolina at 1.3 and more than doubling the rate for Arkansas and Missouri, tied for 3rd. The performance reflects the real progress in diversifying and strengthening Nevada's economy. The new Nevada Economic Developers Association, which was created by LBGEA and EDON, held its first program in April, Economic Development 101. Several leaders from GOED participated, and we look forward to continuing the support of this effort. In April, the GOED staff joined the grand opening of Amazon's new SNNV4 in Reno. The new delivery facility offers 1 hour, 3 hour, and same-day delivery for local customers, a first in Nevada. Amazon reports that since 2010, it has invested more than $20 billion in Nevada, including infrastructure and employee compensations, supporting over 17,000 direct jobs statewide. We are very proud to have Amazon here and value their continued support of our state. Our team attended Select USA, a federal investment summit that connects U.S. economic development organizations with qualified foreign investors. In April, GOED's Karsten Heinz was awarded the NNRDA's Recognition Award in honor of his service to the state of Nevada. Karsten also gave a detailed innovation-based economic development presentation to the UNR College of Engineering's advisory board. This formed part of Karsten's effort to continuously provide strategic advice to the college, including its new strategic plan. Under the leadership of Tammy Westergaard, GOED's librarian in residence, the individual career mapping program was successfully implemented in a fully language-based delivery model at Dolores Huerte Resource Center in North Las Vegas. ICM was also integrated into the Elko School District Special Education Program. GOED helped train more than 50 special education teachers as ICM navigators. To celebrate America's 250th anniversary, our Office of Entrepreneurship joined the Right to Start, the Entrepreneurial campaign as Nevada the Entrepreneurial. Led by Director Melissa Saavedra, the effort will support GOED's mission to reduce barriers, strengthen policy, and foster an inclusion environment for innovation and small business. The campaign launches this summer and will highlight local business officials and support organizations across the state of Nevada. Since GOED's February 5th board meeting, the Nevada Apex team has performed government contracting and subcontracting outreach to more than 420 business owners and representatives. We also welcomed Ken Weinberg to the Apex team in late February. He's a seasoned professional with over 30 years experience in federal government and public sector sales. GOED has been working closely with Roseman University to launch the Roseman BioVentures, which is the largest dedicated life science incubator in the state of Nevada. The new entity will provide startups and emerging businesses with laboratories, research infrastructure, regulatory guidance, and connections to investors and industry partners. Healthcare specialist Transferrable was recognized in March by Cure for the Kids as one of the 2026 champions. The award honors public servants advocating for pediatric patients with cancer. At this year's Rural Roundup in Elko, Sarah Davis spoke as part of the panel about small rural business. Melissa Saavedra participated in the Rural Roundup Pitch Challenge to support innovative ideas and entrepreneurship. Community Development Block Grant team hosted the first ever summit in Fallon during the Community Development Week, April 6th through the 10th. The summit included presentations from various founding agencies and an advisory council to review 6 infrastructure projects and applications from rural communities. While $2.9 million is currently available, requests totaled $4.3 million. Awarded communities will be announced in July. The Westside Education and Training Center in the College of Southern Nevada held its grand opening in April. The new center provides training for advanced manufacturing, healthcare technology, and other fields. The project received $1.6 million in WIN funding from GOED. Director of Workforce Development, Elaine Silverstone, has been accepted into a competitive program to earn her certificate of public manager credentials. Elaine continues to lead as a partner in the workforce ecosystem and is a focus in the key public sectors of our state plan. Recently, she collaborated with CCSD to inform their strategic plan work. During Q1 of 2026, Nevada received 8 applications for film incentive program. These productions applied for $6.4 million in tax credits and are expected to spend $53.9 million in the state while hiring 1,500 Nevadans for temporary work. Film Nevada recently launched a partnership with the Set Letters, an interactive app. The Set Jetters, an interactive app that promotes screen tourism while showcasing film locations of movies, TV shows, and video games. The office added 20 new Nevada scenes to the app, along with 10 sponsored points of interest to encourage users to visit Nevada locations that were made famous on the screen. That concludes my report, Lieutenant Governor.
Very good. Any questions or comments from the board of Mr. Burns? All right, agenda item 8, metrics report.
All right, for the record, my name is Steve Sheets, Research Manager for GOED. If you'll bear with me for 1 second while I figure out how to share my screen here. Bring that up shortly. Is it up there?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of State, board members, thank you for having me. I'm prepared to keep this kind of brief for you, as we had a lot of folks up here for abatements, and so I was just going to focus here on this main summary. If you have any questions pertaining to some of the more detailed pages behind it, I'm more than happy to answer those. First, I'd like to start by saying what you see here on the summary page are our assisted companies. Once again, our assisted companies are not necessarily just abated companies. These are companies that GOED and our RDAs have assisted in some meaningful way in order to either establish operations or expand their operations by creating new jobs and new capital investment in the region. So kind of the overall theme, just to kind of set the stage, is generally this has actually been a kind of a standard quarter. Not to say that there wasn't a lot of activity, or there was a lot of activity. But, you know, when we kind of look backwards, it's kind of, you know, business as usual. You'll notice that in a lot of these boxes, we see some pretty tremendous jumps in percentages compared to previous periods. And that's largely attributable to, you may recall at the beginning of 2025, the first 2 quarters were actually quite sluggish. You know, a lot of macro and political concerns kind of left people in a bit of a standstill and sitting on their hands, kind of wanting to see how things panned out with the tariffs and things like that. And I can safely say that, you know, recent quarters have proven that we're kind of, you know, back to normal. So the first couple of boxes there are our year to date. Obviously, we're 1 quarter into the year, so that's going to be the same as quarter 1. We had 18 assisted wins, which is up 80%. Quarter 1 of 2025, that was 10, but the average is about 14. So again, that's pretty normal. We had 852 jobs for the first 2 years of operations, compared to 151 of the previous year's quarter 1, but on average that runs about 647 for our build out jobs. So after those first 2 years, the business is humming along and they start to ramp up their employment. They estimate about 1,058 jobs, compared to, you know, 261 jobs at the same quarter last year. But on average, we run typically about 1,100 jobs. So that's right in line with that. The average wage, the weighted average wage, kind of, you know, standard, it fluctuates up and down. However, you know, compared to last year, roughly about the same at $33.61, currently $33.85. But compare that to our statewide average wage, which is $31.57 for the year. We're exceeding that quite a lot. So jumping down one line, we have our assisted company investments. Again, year to date, we're at 407 million. Compared to the same period last year, which was 84 million. But on average, we typically run, you know, if we take out Tesla from the mix, we typically run about 455 million for the quarter. So that's kind of standard. The next box there being our retention meetings. This is a new metric that I like to add in. It's somewhat understated, but what I've tried to do is really capture those companies that have identified issues or obstacles or things like that in which GOED or the RDAs are able to help in a meaningful way to retain their business here. I like adding that, as you know, we're focusing a lot more on making sure that once they're here, there's an environment and there's support and there's resources that can keep them here. Kind of a standard trope in business is, you know, it costs a lot more to acquire a new customer than it is to retain an old one. And I think that really applies to economic development as well and business attraction as well. Site visits are, you know, kind of standard, down slightly from the previous quarter, but up from the same period last year. And once again, being the first quarter in the year, we had 18 wins for the quarter. And then lastly, I'll jump down to below that line. These are kind of our divisions. GOED, our emerging small business program, is meant to help, you know, small and medium-sized businesses acquire government contracts. In the second half of 2025, they were able to help companies acquire 128 contracts to the tune of about $11 million, which equates to about $88,000 per contract, which is not insignificant for a small and medium-sized business. The Rural Community Development Block Grant, this metric tends to be kind of static because it's, you know, an annual metric that once they receive the funds and they award those grants, It doesn't really change much over the year. However, I do want to nod at that program. They recently received a little over $1 million for recovery housing program. This was a pilot program that was done back in 2020 and 2021. And they recently were able to acquire another $1 million, which just goes to show the great work that they're doing and that they go after, you know, every penny that they can to help these communities. So I want to give them some kudos on that. Our Apex Accelerator program, very similar in some respects to the Enriching Small Business program. There are a lot of nuances that I won't get into there, but they also are meant to help companies get government contracts. And over the quarter, they helped get 195 contracts to the tune of about $30 million, which equates to about $157,000 per contract. And I want to also point out that they often receive a lot of accolades. They're kind of the gold standard for Apex programs that a lot of other states try to emulate. So good on them. And then lastly, our Nevada Film Office, they helped 45 productions that result in about $16 million in revenue. Now there's fewer productions, but there's more money, which tells me that they're larger productions, including feature films, reality TV, commercials, etc. So that's my report for the metrics report. Did anybody have any questions? All right, hearing none. Would you like me to jump into the next agenda, or do you want to kind of grant me the permission to jump in? All right, hearing none, I'm going to jump into the next agenda item, which is the unemployment rate. Okay.
Go right ahead.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I didn't know if there was some technical issues there. I didn't hear anything. So, as you know, there is guidance that says if the sub-state or the county level unemployment falls below, or I'm sorry, goes above 7%, it reduces some of the requirements in order to receive full abatements. In this case, we have it through March, and at the only county that fell above the 7% threshold was Mineral County. So in that county, they do have some reduced requirements in order to get full abatements. However, I do want to point out that both Nye and Esmeralda, they were kind of flirting that line with 7%. They still are. However, they did officially fall below that 7%. So that's kind of the state of the unemployment countywide. So.
Any questions or comments from the board? All right, thank you. We'll now go to agenda item 10. Any board member comments on anything you want to comment on?
Thank you, Yolanda King for the record. I just wanted to congratulate you and thank you, Director Burns, as well as the RDAs for the assistance that you provided to the applicants here today. So time and time again, we heard positive comments with regard to the assistance that they were given and it being a great experience. So thank you, and thank you to the RDAs for that guidance and assistance for those applicants.
Well, thank you very much. I think that's really a testament to Mel and her team and the work she does with the RDAs. They do great work.
Great, thank you. Yes.
Christian, just for the record, I had a similar comment. You know, I've been sitting in these meetings in one fashion or another since 2012. And I think the mix of companies today, what they said, the industries they represent, and what they want to do for our economy is pretty impactful. And so I just want to thank the RDAs and GOED for their hard work, and congratulations, Mel, on your completion of the program. Well, that's pretty exciting. So appreciate you guys and what you do. Thank you.
Thanks. Any other board members? All right, agenda item 12. I don't have any comments, and Governor Lombardo did not leave me with any comments from him. So we'll go to item number 12, public comment. Any public comment on anyone who wants to make a comment about anything? You have 3 minutes. Anybody in this room?
Go Knights.
Okay,
it's a good one.
That's a.
Lieutenant Governor, there is no one online.
anybody up in Carson City?
No, sir, there is not.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I have 3 motions to adjourn.
Second.
All right, I have a second.
Half the voting board.
Mr. Aguilar, okay. All those in favor of adjourning, vote aye.
Aye.
Against,
Thank you all.
I
Have a
hear
great
no
day.
against. We're adjourned. Thank you. Great meeting. Appreciate everyone being here and being